yesterday with the neighbors. Um, Seem to pass messages between each other here. Mother and the mother are first cousins. So again, about the two mothers being first cousins, our second cousins or third cousins are from the same county or area. They keep track of us as the men. Um, I think that that's their only way into the thing here. I guess one would start asking the question then, um, why they particularly going towards these particular group of men? I don't know. Uh, but I do know that as an overall effect, the individual stood right there yesterday in an area that you can see that distance traveling in there with him and his 12 gauge and everything. I do know for a fact now that this is real and it is something very strange going on here. So I'm going to give you a description of the current things that are taking place or through. A code that is often used in African American culture that was used during slavery. First, we're going to give you a very old example. After the freedom of the slaves and after the Underground Railroad, the first thing that was told to the blacks, the first thing that the blacks, when they were ethnographed and recorded on small tapes, which you find online, one of the very first things that they discussed was the meaning of the songs that were sung in the field. And these songs were very complex. My auntie over here sung these songs over here. And she would sing a song called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, Come Forth to Carry Me Home. And over time, this particular song began to represent a gospel song. But it initially started as a song that would serve at the end of the day while picking cotton in the field or sugar cane or whatever they were picking. I think this particularly came from a cotton field. It would serve as a song to let the people know that there was a chariot of people, abolitionists, coming through that night, and it would take them to the north, and it'll tell you the location, and it has secret location in the song. And the whole song gives you the location, when to be picked up, what time to be there, dusk, because, they didn't have clocks and watches back then. They had clocks and watches, but the slaves didn't have watches. They had sun up, sunrise to sunset, and tell you how long the sunset or what particular place to be. And we're going to use the theory to kind of navigate some of the circumstances that are taking place out here. Our particular song is going to be Outcast, So Fresh, So Clean. The opening verse starts with him talking about it's showtime at the Apollo minus Kiki Shepard. Now, Kike Shepard minus Kiki Shepard. Athletes might take you. Listen, minus Kiki Shepard. And it's particularly geared towards an occupation, because names at some point in time can be used because of occupations. So, everybody had like this little role to play in society. So you kind of had your people. If you look at the way the black society was set up, you would have like your civil shepherds and all this in the society who would say, well, I understand that, acting as in the communities as sheriffs and governing the communities as officers, in which many of those people came from that particular positions, transitioned into their positions, and many of those people today can find their genetic heritage running back to those particular people in the urban environments. But what we will have here is we want to first analyze this line when he said it's showtime at the Apollo. In 1960 to 1970, we had this phenomenon called trailers. Now, trailers are a phenomenon where you have a stage. Trailers were first used for movie sets and camping. The very first thing a trailer was actually, the first two purposes a trailer served for was for movie sets and camping. And as they served for movie sets and for camping, then they were repurposed, elongated, and used for housing. But they were not used for housing until for African Americans until, a few people began to use them. Now, a few people meaning that until they became very popular, moving out of the typical cabins and everything, shotgun houses and field houses that they had lived in. This was a step up from living in the field houses. So the next step forward from living in the field houses of Jim Crow and the field houses of, segregation in the field houses, and some of the field houses were huge, brick houses, log houses, field houses, big family, 20 family houses, which was equal in length for these homes, but not equal in width. The width of those homes was quite a little bit more, and required a little bit more material to construct. This was the step forward from living in field houses to living in trailers. Now,